popular climber falls to his death. Scaling El Capitan at Yosemite National Park. Cause of death and final words revealed. The world of adventure sports is reeling from tragedy after a renowned climber fell to his death while attempting to scale El Capitan, the iconic granite monolith at Yosemite National Park. The climber, identified as 34-year-old David Harlow, was widely admired for his daring solo ascents and his fearless approach to nature's most formidable challenges. Park officials confirmed that Harlow died on impact after a fall of more than 900 feet during his solo climb on El Capitan's freerider route, one of the world's most technically demanding walls. The accident occurred on Thursday morning when witnesses reported seeing his rope detach during a difficult maneuver. His death marks yet another painful reminder of the risks that come with the pursuit of greatness on one of the most challenging climbing routes on Earth. A passion born in the mountains. David Harlow's love for climbing began at a young age in Boulder, Colorado. Raised near the towering cliffs of the Rocky Mountains, he was drawn to adventure from the very beginning. What started as weekend climbs with friends quickly evolved into a lifelong pursuit of testing human limits. After graduating from the University of Colorado, Harlow dedicated his life to mountaineering and free solo climbing. His social media accounts, followed by tens of thousands, chronicled his breathtaking climbs and inspired an entire generation of adventurers. His motto, written beneath most of his posts, was simple: if you're afraid to fall, you'll never know how high you can go. The fatal ascent. According to witnesses and park rangers, Harlow began his climb early Thursday morning under clear skies. He was attempting a new variation of the freerider route, a daring solo ascent without the use of fixed ropes for assistance. Midway up the wall, rangers monitoring climbers from below noticed that Harlow had slowed his progress. Witnesses say he appeared calm but focused, occasionally stopping to assess his next handhold. Around 11:20 a.m., he reportedly slipped while transitioning between pitches, and his safety rope, which had been clipped to temporary anchors, failed to hold. Rescue teams were dispatched immediately, but by the time they reached him, he was pronounced dead at the scene. Yosemite National Park officials later confirmed that all safety protocols had been observed, calling the incident a tragic accident. The cause of death. The Mariposa County Coroner's Office confirmed that David Harlow died from blunt force trauma after a fall estimated at 900 feet. Officials stated that while the climber's safety equipment was functional, a gear malfunction during a critical move contributed to the fatal plunge. Harlow's longtime climbing partner, Ethan Morales, said that David had been preparing for this specific climb for months and had rehearsed the route multiple times. Morales described him as methodical, strong, and fearless, a climber who respected the mountain and never took shortcuts. His final words. Just before beginning his climb, Harlow posted what would become his final message to his followers online. The caption read, "The wall calls again. If today is the day I fall, let it be toward the sky." Those haunting words have since flooded social media feeds, shared thousands of times by fans, climbers, and admirers across the globe. Many have called the statement both prophetic and deeply poetic, a reflection of a man who knew the risks, but chose passion over fear. A life on the edge. Throughout his career, Harlow completed ascents that few dared to attempt, from Patagonia's Fitzroy to the sheer cliffs of Mount Thor in Canada. He was celebrated not only for his technical mastery, but for his humble spirit and his message of living courageously. Friends and colleagues described him as a calm soul who believed that mountains were not to be conquered, but respected. He often said that every climb was a conversation with the earth, one that required patience, balance, and surrender. Harlow also worked with youth climbing programs, mentoring aspiring adventurers and teaching the importance of preparation and respect for nature's power. His influence stretched far beyond Yosemite's cliffs, inspiring climbers around the world to chase their own summits, both literal and metaphorical. Tributes and reactions. News of Harlow's death sent shockwaves through the climbing community. Fellow climber Alex Honnold, who famously completed the first free solo of El Capitan, called Harlow's passing a devastating loss, describing him as a fearless climber and a kind human being. whose heart was as vast as the walls he climbed. The American Alpine Club issued a statement expressing condolences to Harlow's family and commending his contributions to the climbing world. David's life was a testament to courage, discipline, and love for the outdoors, the statement read. His legacy will continue to inspire those who look up at the mountains and dare to dream. Yosemite National Park also released a message of mourning, noting that Harlow's respect for the park's natural beauty was unmatched. Officials said he often volunteered for cleanup initiatives and spoke publicly about responsible climbing practices. Family and legacy. Harlow is survived by his parents, 2 sisters, and fiancée, Emily Hart, who described him as the love of her life and the bravest soul she'd ever known. In her statement, she wrote that David's heart belonged to the mountains, but his soul belonged to everyone he inspired. His family has announced plans to establish the David Harlow Foundation, which will support safety training programs and provide scholarships for young climbers pursuing environmental and adventure education. A final farewell memorial services are expected to take place in Boulder next week, followed by a private scattering of ashes in Yosemite Valley, the place he called his second home. As the climbing community gathers to honor one of its brightest stars, David Harlow's final message echoes through the granite walls of Yosemite. If today is the day I fall, let it be toward the sky. His words now stand as a symbol of passion, purpose, and the eternal bond between man and mountain, a reminder that some souls are destined to reach for the heights, no matter the risk.